I believe we're back. And we're back, and Marley's okay. So yeah, when we last left off, Jace had just brought the body of his dead sidekick friend Pavel to the Black Monk Monastery, the Black Earth Monastery, and he told the Black Earth monks about the presence of the fire cultists in Tumble Town, and how you feared retaliation after killing one of them in the public execution. In the public, and then finally killing Deathbringer as well for his crimes. And so now you find yourself in Testudo. You have the village of Hommet within distance, within a day's travel of you. Otherwise, you have other directions you can go. You have other villages that you could maybe find. To the south of you, you have the forest Oscura, which you've been warned to stay away from, but that is available. And also the valley of Volkmar, you're in the vicinity of. But I believe your last thing was to sneak up on the village of Hommet. On your way through, you discovered that they were taken over by pirates. You fought one of them, not to the death, but you fought one of them, and then spoke with the captain. So yeah, it would take you most of the day to get from where you're starting at, to the village of Hommet. And so I believe you'd be getting there about the time the sun is setting.
All right.
I'm not sure how you'd like to go about it. The village of Hommet has a small wall around it, not a very large wall like Schumber or any of the other larger cities. But it does have a low wall. This is about the layout of the town here. You've got normal town stuff. You got an inn. You've been here before. You got an inn. You got a blacksmith, general store, those type of things. But what would be your plan of attack?
Well, I would like to scale the wall, if that's possible, and try to remain undetected. Try and spy on the leader of the pirates.
Okay. So when you came into town last time, you would have probably come in right through here, gone to the inn, and you knew that the saloon was across the street. So this is probably the extent of your knowledge there. The Poco. The next morning, because of how they acted, you left town immediately. So you would be unaware of which building the captain was staying in. Obviously, there's some buildings that are nicer and taller than others, but that could be something that you try to investigate and figure out.
All right.
Which building she's actually in.
I've got a mirror with me too, don't I?
Yes.
I know I've got some rope. That'd be a good means of getting over the wall. Maybe I could start by just sneaking around the town and trying to figure out, maybe see what's going on, or you were even see.
Yeah, you were quickly ousted as a outsider last time you came to town. So the wall may be a better idea as far as staying on site and not letting anybody, even the people you're trying to help, know that you're there. Going into town, you certainly could as well. It'd be very similar to the last situation where the townsfolk are not friendly at all, and it's only until you get up that chain of command to someone like Captain Jen before anything's happened. But depending on how you want to go about it.
Yeah, I want to throw a rope up, try to climb over the wall.
Okay.
Try and remain in the shadows along the outskirts of the town and just try and get a good idea of what's going on and
Okay.
where maybe just from observing I could figure out where Captain Jim would be or
Yeah.
what's the cat?
It's Captain Jin and Henry Morgan, the Tabaxi, and he is like he's a tiger man.
Mhm.
He's like the yellow striped cereal box tiger, loaded down like a pirate. So he's got all the leather. You and Goran are probably some of the only people that have pistols yet.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not those type of pirates yet.
Mm-hmm.
But they're right on the cusp of that. If any pirate you ever saw take away the black powder rifle and put a crossbow in their hand, that's them.
Right.
The woman is Captain Jen. She's pretty. She's beautiful. And other than that, she's obviously not a very nice lady.
Mm-hmm.
She's subjugating a town, but you did recognize her as a very beautiful woman when you saw her last. But as the night goes on, you probably have to spend an hour or two on the wall, staying in the shadows, keep an eye on town, just to get an idea of who's out there.
Mm-hmm.
You would see a lot of people coming to and from the saloon. You'd see people coming to and from the inn. And what the fuck is that smell?
Marty, did you fart?
That's a weird one.
Where's the other kitty at?
Yeah, one right here.
I don't see nothing in the litter box.
Gross. But it'd take you an hour or two of sitting up there and watching. You'd see a lot of traffic. You'd see people coming to and fro. And after about an hour or two, you would actually hear some loud shouting coming from the saloon, where two men are coming out the front door, pushing each other, fighting, and it looks to be a brawl right outside of the saloon. There's two men got into a fight. You don't know about what. But these two men begin beating shit out of each other, and they go at it for quite a while before.
Are they both pirates?
No, these are just two men. These appear to be farmers, loggers, peasant type folks. And Marley, no. They beat the hell out of each other for a while before
Come here.
Captain Jen arrives. And you would see Captain Jen coming out of this building right here in the middle. You'd recognize her as being the beautiful woman that you saw the other night. And she would be exiting this building and coming towards the brawl.
I just want to observe for the time being.
Okay. Almost immediately, as she comes into view, and these two guys take a second to recognize her, the fight stops. And you can't really hear what she's saying, but just her presence in that situation diffused everything. And you can see within a few moments, the two men are shaking hands and appear to be apologetic towards Captain Jin. And you see her go back to the room she was in, and depending on how much longer you would keep an eye out, the only other thing you would see is Henry Morgan coming out, going to the saloon, coming back with a bottle.
I think the amount of time that Henry Morgan was gone probably be the time to make my sneak attack.
Yeah, it's probably about 20 minutes of him doing a bit of carousing around the saloon, maybe waiting his turn for his time with the bartender. He probably didn't have to wait very much because they are running this town. But otherwise, speaking with people, figuring out who was at fault with the fight earlier, he's probably gone for about 20 minutes.
I think that he should come back to see me holding out to his pretty little girlfriend's throat.
Okay.
Probably gonna have to roll some stealth checks.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get the minis out for that. But when you see him leave that building, if you were to start dashing across the top of the wall and get to the building, or even if you jumped down and went straight to the building, that's a 2-story building. I've got
a back door. Something.
It probably
come around here and jump down.
Yes, it would have a back door. Let's see here. So this hallway, there's a door. This is it's a little bit different than the map, but this is the main front door of the building that you saw him exit. Mm-hmm. This is the only other doorway. There are a handful of windows around, but that would be the other doorway.
All right. Well, you said there would be some windows too?
Yes.
Maybe before I make my entrance, scope out the windows.
Okay, roll me an investigation.
18.
Nice. Walking around, looking in the rooms before you jump head first, you would see a couple people in here. This is Captain Jim. So an 18 would give you a pretty good insight of this situation in the ground floor of this room, of this building. You would recognize the captain here. You would recognize this to be a pirate. An empty bottle of liquor on the table, glasses around, cards, a knife stuck into the table, probably some cash on the table. They've been up drinking, playing cards and stuff. You've got a few more pirates in their rooms who just appear to be either completely asleep or, probably this guy is up with a light on, maybe reading a book or sharpening his sword. And so you, like I said, you probably have about 20 minutes before dude comes back. You can use this many for yourself tonight. However you want to approach this.
There's not a window behind her, is there?
Not directly behind her. And they would be closed windows.
Yeah. So I guess the stealthiest we're going to be able to sneak would be through this door. She's going to see me as soon as I come in.
The other option would be that there would probably be a window in either one of these two rooms.
Yeah, I'm going to
try.
You're
still 2 doorways away from her then, but you're in the house.
Yeah. Maybe I could cut out the lights on my way in there or something. I guess I don't have.
Yeah, it's all lantern light. And so, there'd be light sources that you could take out, probably a hallway light here to dim out this room. But there's a doorway here. So all the light from this room would be coming from the fireplace, some lanterns, probably a lantern right here on the corner.
All right. I'm going to come in through this window.
Only a stealth check to come in through that window. got your character sheet pulled up too.
13. I think I
Nice.
have a +7 to
Yeah.
stealth.
You come through that window like an expert burglar. You have no problem
Mira.
coming through.
I want Mira to come around to the door. She's going to come in the back door as soon as things start to get sticky. But
So she's not coming through the door yet. She's just there,
yeah, she's
ready,
there. She's
probably
there
listening.
She's there waiting.
Okay. Let's get a mini for her. And so, as you see it here, you have a couple, obviously a couple different ways of going about this. Going through and maybe picking people off, using to pick people off before facing the large, just as a word of warning that if the captain was to be alerted of your presence, she would call everybody into that room.
Yeah, I want to try and at least pick off the guy that's sleeping across the way.
Okay. I wouldn't, you're stealthy enough that it wouldn't require a roll to come out of this door quietly. Your investigation check previously would have let you know that this guy was, at least he appeared to be asleep in his bed, lights off, head on the pillow when you made your rounds earlier, spying on him. It will be another stealth check to open the door and not wake him up, basically. If he's still asleep, it's going to be a super easy kill.
16.
Oh, yeah. You get it right in there. You are standing over this man, weapon in hand, I presume, whichever one you choose, but he has no idea of your presence. He is sleeping, deep sleep.
All right. Well, I'm going to just cut his throat.
Okay. Yeah. No roll for that. You've got the abilities on your character sheet to be perfectly capable of that. Well, you know what? Let's do a roll for that. Sorry. It's a very low DC. And go ahead. You got a +5.
I rolled a 4.
Roll a 4. Okay. You cut this guy. He is bleeding out. Maybe you don't see the very last of his life leave him before you move on, but he is fucked up, And so probably a few minutes have gone by, 5 minutes or so. That's coming in, coming across the wall, coming in. Marley, get down.
Marley!
Get down.
Concussion. Was this guy asleep too?
Lantern was on, he was laying down. Not under the blankets, but he appeared to be resting. That guy was up studying, lantern on.
All right, well, I'm going to try and get the sneak on this guy too then.
Yeah, so you'd be able to get down there. Let's do another sneak check. Or you could do an investigation to see what his current state is, whether he's...
All right, investigation. 16.
16, you've got a +1. Looking under the door, looking through the peephole, as far as you can tell, he is still in the same position, laying on his back in the bed, clothes on, gear on, but just taking a short break.
I'm going to sneak in there and cut his throat too.
Okay.
A 9.
Even with
16.
Yeah, it would have taken like a natural 20 to get through there, because he is just sort of awake laying in bed. But he is alerted. You would have the surprise still.
Still have sneak attack?
Yeah, so your first round, we'll roll initiative. First round of combat, he doesn't get to go because you've got the drop on him. You've got the surprise. And for that, you'll be able to do your sneak attack damage as a rogue.
All right.
So let's roll for initiative. I got a 19.
11. You rolling for everybody or just this one room?
It would just be this one room. So he is going to go first, or at least in initiative. He doesn't get to move first because of the surprise round.
Yeah. So I'm not going to whip out the gun yet. I'm going to try and kill him as quick as possible.
Okay, go ahead. It would be your surprise round.
I got the dual wielding swords.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to go with dual wielding swords. I got a 20 on the first one.
Nice. You definitely kill this guy.
And a 4 on the second one.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and roll your damage. I'd be very surprised if somehow you don't kill him. That is 2d6.
Roll that one. 5 and a 1.
So that's 6 plus 6 because it's crit. He's dead. He only has 11 HP. So you were able to, because of the crit, kill that guy silently, even going into a round of combat. Able to knock him out before he had a chance to call out.
All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and sneak down here to the captain.
It'd be a stealth check to get through this door. And this is going to be a much higher DC. These guys are drinking, and they are expecting Henry Morgan to come back through, but still.
All right. 20.
Nice.
Can I sneak all the way up on Captain Jim for that?
I will. Yeah. So what you'd be able to do, presumably, is to you were stealthy enough, and they are deep in conversation and in their game enough that I would allow you to get so far as to sit down in that chair at the table before anybody looks at you, because they just assume you're Henry Morgan coming back with a bottle.
I'm going to sit down in that chair and set my gun down right in front of me.
And then I have to walk Jazz.
Okay.
The thing, I'm kind of going to premium.
Maybe
It
not.
doesn't work. So can I give you some money on Spar and you do your PayPal or something?
Maybe not set it down. Maybe just kind of have it pointing at Captain Jim.
Like,
I want her to be wielding it.
yeah.
Just kind of sit down and have it pointing at her.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Captain.
Good afternoon, Captain. She says, "What do we have here? The traveler from a couple days ago. I see you've returned.
I have.
What business do you have here?"
Well, my business is my own. Fortunately, your business here has ended.
How do you see that?
You and your men are going to leave this town on your own 2 feet or in the back of my wagon.
I would have left this town long ago if it wasn't so easy to manipulate these people. Truth is, I honestly would have left long ago, but the Valley of Volkmar has prevented our ship passage. If you haven't been there yet, it is overrun. You saw our ship outside. We came down here on a pirate run, and we've been stuck here. It's been 5 months. We would go if we could, but otherwise, why wouldn't we stay here? Keep taxing these people.
These people are not yours to tax.
If it's not us, it's just somebody else.
It's not you.
Someone else is the moral high ground of tax.
I don't know, maybe a voted in official?
Nah,
The governor that you killed?
I've heard of systems like that. Elections are easily manipulated.
You killed the sheriff in this town and the governor. That does not grant you the right. That does not grant you rights to anything. You belong on a hanging block.
Those are bold words.
Giving you an opportunity to leave. I got the feeling you're not going to take it.
I am not. And roll me. Let's roll for initiative. One second. Marley.
Hate to kill something so pretty. I gave you a chance to leave. Most people wouldn't even get that chance.
Compliment is noted, but you will die today. She got 18 on initiative.
Got 7. I'm gonna roll for Mira too.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for that pirate that's sitting there. This is a guy named Biggery.
She got a 7 too.
7 and 7.
I think what does Jace have?
+3.
+3.
Your deck.
Mira has a +1.
Jace has a deck. Yeah, so Jace is going to go second.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be the captain. Jace. Biggery. The halfling there. Then I'm sorry, what is your sidekick's name?
Mira. We got this other guy in this other room too.
Yes. He has an initiative of 5, but he will not be triggered until Captain Jim gets a turn to go.
How long do we got before the tiger gets back?
Five rounds.
Oh, she'll be dead by then. Actually, I'm not going to kill her. I'm going to take her in alive. If I have that option.
You do. Marley.
Everybody else is going to die there.
So, Captain gets the drop on the initiative. You do have a gun at her face. And so the way that this would work out is a lot like the Han Solo scene in the saloon. You're sitting there with a gun at her face. You're having this back and forth. She's talking about, those are big words. You're going to die today. She fires a crossbow from under the table. And we'll see if it hits or anything. But that's the scene.
Oh my God. She just hits him right in the nuts with an arrow.
She does.
What the fuck?
11 damage to your nutsack. No, I'm sorry. 13 damage to your nutsack as an arrow hits you.
Ouch.
Right where you were least expecting it. And it'll fall on you. You can change your mind whether you want to take her in alive. Got a crossbow bolt to the nuts.
Wow.
What were you trying to do?
I was going to attack, but I'm on the floor.
You could be doubled over in pain from the crossbow bolt that you were just unable to get a good strike off, or even get a good shot off. I don't know if you're trying to shoot the pistol. It would be Biggery's turn next, and he is going to pull his rapier. He's got a rapier pirate sword. With a 4, he misses you. So he's drawing his sword. He's up, takes a swing and misses, and then it would fall to Mira.
Mira is going to bust through the door with a short bow. Or yeah, with a short bow. Try and stick it in the back of the. What's his name again?
Bigry.
Bigry. 18.
Nice. That definitely hits.
What is that for damage again?
A D6 plus 1.
D6 plus 1. Wow, a 1.
2 damage. Two damage to Bigry as a crossbow bolt hits him in the back. It'd go back to the captain now. And we're down to 4 rounds until the tabaxi. The captain is going to stand up, step back as far as she can, start to move towards the fireplace, try to go this way a little bit, try to keep the table in between y'all, and she's going to try and get off one more crossbow bolt attack. With a 15, she hits. She has a plus 4. So she is going to do a D6 plus 2. 8 damage.
Dang.
And it's Jace's turn.
Jace is going to shoot her.
With the pistol?
Yep.
Okay. Marley.
10.
You have a plus 5. You hit. Our armor class is 14. So you're doing 2d8 plus 3.
Got a D8 I can borrow.
The big one.
A 3 and a 3.
So that's 9 damage total.
That probably got the attention of the guy in the other room too.
It did. That's captain.
Yep.
9 HP. The captain hasn't even thought yet. And the only thing that probably would have alerted them at this point was your screams from getting a crossbow bolt in the nuts.
Yeah.
But that would, the gunshot is certainly going to bring this guy out of his room. He's at the end of the line of combat.
Hi, Dad. You come help me with this?
Alexa, make an announcement.
What's the announcement?
Not right now, Corbin.
Announcing.
Not right now, Corbin. So he's into the line in combat. A guy named Gil. But it would go to Bigry's turn now. He's going to use his scimitar. He's going to turn. Try to scimitar Mira. Was it 12 plus 4?
Definitely hit.
Yes. So he does 7 damage to Mira.
Ouch.
Yeah. -7. And it's Mira's turn.
Alright. Mira is going to attack with the short sword.
Okay.
She got an 8.
With 9, 10, 11. That does not hit. The Bigry has an armor class of 12. Captain has an armor class of 14. Gil has an armor class of 12 as well. So we go to Gil's turn. He would come up, try to hit Jace with a short sword. Oops. With a 1. That's a big swing and a miss. Probably gets his sword stuck in the wall. I'm going to go to Captain. Captain is going to keep up the same thing. Try to keep the table in between you. Fire off another crossbow bolt. With a 15, she hits you. 7 more damage.
One more hit. Jace is dead.
Jace and Mira are at 4.
Alright, Jace is going to attack with the pistol again.
Captain,
16. Yep.
you hit her. 2d8 plus 3.
An 8 and a 1.
So 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. That puts her at minus 21 health. Bakery's at minus 2. Not minus health, but taking that much damage. Jace adds
Oh, he's got a bonus action that he can heal himself a little bit, can he?
yes, as a bonus action right now, you could regain 1d10 plus 2.
Yeah, I want to do that. Five.
So that's 7. It gets you back up to 11, basically wiping out the last attack against you. But you also, just to let you know, have action surge. Once you can take 1 extra attack on your turn. It's a fighter ability. You don't have to use it now, but it's once per short rest. You can take an extra action.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use that now too.
Okay,
I'm going to attack the captain again.
pistol.
And I miss.
Shoot. That sucks. That's a shitty way to lose your action surge. It would go to Big Reed next. He's going to scimitar attack Mira. Oh, yeah. Done that twice now.
Dice is bouncy.
Hey.
He was dead.
We can turn it like blue.
Okay. I'm not. That is Mira drops. And it's her turn, so make a death save.
11.
That's a success. It would be Gil's turn. So he would see this. He would see her go down. He would try to take an attack at you with his short sword. And he fucking hit you. So that's 7 damage again. The same damage that he took from you in the last round and he healed in the last round.
No, he got his sword stuck in the wall the last round. That was the captain that did 7 damage.
Okay, you're right. So, not to just completely take that away, but
you rolled a 1 with him.
yes, his 1, he would have used his action to get his sword unstuck from that wall. So he saw her go down. He's trying to get back in this fight, trying to get his sword unstuck. And it would go to the captain, who at this point is going to move even closer towards the door. Probably come around this couch. Just going to fire a crossbow bolt at you. Four damage. And it's your turn. You've got a guy behind you with a sword stuck in the wall. You've got the captain inching the way towards the door. And you've got another lesser pirate over here. I dropped Bigry.
Yeah, I'm still trying to make sure the pilot or the captain don't go nowhere, so I'm going to hit her again with the pistol.
Nice. That's a hit.
An 8 and a 2.
10, 11, 12, 13 damage. Let's see.
I want to jump over the table, moving towards her too.
That doesn't kill her, but she is badly wounded now. She has been fired. She's been shot with a fucking handgun. You know, 3 times. She is like bleeding. She could fight if she fucking had to, but she is not ready for this. And she says, "You think you've won? You think you've beat me?"
Okay. I killed 2 of your guys before I even came back here. In case you were wondering where your backup was.
She says, "What are your demands? What do you want?"
I began this conversation asking you to leave without a fight.
Right.
You picked the hard way.
Indeed, I did. If you clear out the Valley of Volkmar and allow our ship passage, we will leave this town.
What prevents your passage through Volkmar?
So you've never been there? There's hyenas and gnolls, and mainly it's the Manticore. Every time we try to move our ships through there is a bridge that we must go under, so we must slow our passage. And every time that we attempt, the Manticore attacks us.
Well, we are but 2 people. But with our help, with your help, we could probably get rid of the Manticore.
I could send 1 man with you, while the rest of us stay in Hommet to prepare our departure.
Fair enough.
You are a worthy opponent, but I do not want to die today.
Well, I don't want to kill such a pretty pirate.
It's a compliment noted twice now. And she it's about that time that Henry Morgan, the giant tabaxi guy, comes in the front door, comes through, pushes Gil out of the way. What goes on in here? And he recognizes you, and he recognizes how bloody his mistress is, and he's, "I will kill you where you stand." She says, "Wait. This man has made a deal. He will clear out the Valley of Volkmar and allow us passage back to our home. For that, we will all live today." And he had his sword halfway out. He slams it back in, and he says, "This man can face no Manticore. You make a deal that you cannot keep."
You're going to come with me, kitty.
I remember you. As soon as you make the kitty mark, he's like, "It's you." He says, "So be it. We leave in the morning. Rest your weak ass up."
I almost killed you last time we fought, kitty. Watch how you address me. I've already killed half of your crew.
I will kill you where you stand now. This crew. You refer to this crew like we are the military. We are pirates. These are cutthroats and cut purses. I don't give a fuck about this crew. We are all here for the money.
Well, your time here has come to an end.
We're also here for honor, and you are stepping on mine. Stepping on my ladies. He's all about the woman. Enough of this bickering, she says. Rest up. Tomorrow you fight the Manticore. That is where we'll end it. I've got Valley of Volkmar ready. It'd be a longer game than today. and I guess we could probably go a whole nother hour before your class. But I need to go get in on some clue with Lincoln. But we'll try to get another game in real soon and get the Valley of Volkmar done. There are, like I said, there's a Manticore, there's gnolls, giant vultures. There's a lot going on in the Valley of Volkmar.
All right.
But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad that a couple of those rolls, it was like, if I roll a 20 right now, Jace is dead.
Yeah.
It's like, but I have to roll it. I can't.
Yeah.
Jace might die.
You started off with a 20.
Yeah. I need to retire these dice when we're doing solo games, because solo game, like one-on-one games, it's so ruthless. Like if you fall, there's nobody there to do the help action. Like
Yeah.
the only way you live is like the DM pulling something out of his ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these dice, I'm always rolling 20 with these dice. I gotta get some shit dice or something, because I have been on fire with these dice lately.
Yeah. You definitely hit almost every time. I'm pretty sure you hit every time you rolled.
Yeah, tonight.
Mm-hmm. Well, except for when you got his sword stuck in the wall.
Right. I remember that one, and I think I got a 4 on her second attack against you, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was fun. Thank you for that one watcher. If this really is one person watching this whole time, or if it's a YouTube mix-up. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you later.
Later.